On a rainy morning in the small town of Hilton, Oklahoma, just north of the Texas border, summer school.
Penny went around 8 times without stopping.
And a lesson that has nothing to do with reading or writing, but everything to do with that heavy-duty blue and white box sitting at the back of the class.
Code blue, code blue.
To be clear, it's just a drill. There's no emergency this time. Their school is in a county where tornadoes tend to strike. The shelter is to protect against that, but by design, it's also to protect against that other ever-growing worry in all American schools, mass shootings. School Superintendent Terry Shaw heard about the shelters from an old schoolmate. He gave us a video showing how he put it to the test. That's him stepping inside, along with the Utah man who designed it, while outside, they let her rip. It worked so well, Shaw bought 7 of them at $30,000 apiece. He loves them and gave us a look up close.
These are our ballistic-proof and tornado-proof storm shelters.
They're solid.
Yes.
There's room for more than 30 students, and they come complete with cameras on the outside, monitors on the inside, a ventilation system, and peace of mind for everyone.
Well, the feedback's been wonderful from parents. It's that sense of security, knowing that their kids are safe at school. If that inevitable event happens where a bad guy's on campus, we've already taken care of that. We've already put in the work to help protect as many kids as possible.
A teacher at Columbine High School. There is a student here with a gun.
Don't kid yourself. School shootings in the U.S. remain statistically rare.
CBC School, I think there's somebody shooting in here.
But the particular horror of young people under fire has left countless parents in this country eager for anything to ensure their kids' safety.
A lot of blood, please help.
With gun laws here deemed unlikely to change anytime soon, and with mental health issues a separate focus, American schools are fortifying themselves. The school security industry in this country is now worth some $3 billion a year. In Las Vegas, Nevada, a gathering this spring for some of the biggest players in the world of security. At the International Security Conference and Exposition, among the fastest growing sectors, schools. From facial recognition software aimed at identifying all school visitors to easy fit door stoppers, cheap and super strong, the show has it all.
Well, we call them smart safes.
Take a look at this, a biometrics protected gun safe. Teachers would need a pass card and their fingerprint to get into it for defense against a bad guy with a gun. How many biometric safes per school?
I would think, depending on the way that the school is situated, you would have maybe 3.
Like fire extinguishers?
Like a fire extinguisher, yes.
Or how about an easy way for students to unlock school doors? For that, credit this Canadian-developed software that can do it using your own cell phone.
We're trying to bring this idea of how do you use what you already have and retrofit it to increase the level of security.
Then there's this. Of course, that's not a real assault rifle, but in this demonstration, it quickly catches the eye of cameras with artificial intelligence.
See, it's picking up the weapon. The alerts are popping down there.
It's alerting like 911 or whatever?
Yes.
Where'd this idea come from?
I spent 10 years in the military as a Navy SEAL. My wife's a school teacher, and I got tired of turning on the news and seeing active shooter events almost every week. It's disgusting, and there's not a really good solution out there.
The goal? To stop school shootings before they can even begin.
All these things are in here are to mitigate threatening human behavior.
Guy Grace knows his stuff on this. He leads the group Partner Alliance for Safer Schools and is head of security for a school district in Colorado.
If nothing is done, we would have more school shootings, we would have more suicides, we would have more negative actions taking places on the campuses. So if we didn't do that, it would be tremendously a lot worse than where it is right now.
That talk gets put into action right here. It's the security control room in Grace's school district in Colorado, complete with a wall of monitors. It's the cutting edge in U.S. school security.
These are motion sensors.
Motion sensors.
Overseeing the 20 schools in this district, Grace's team has installed some 1,100 cameras throughout those schools. They can spot unusual activity automatically. His team can watch, listen in, send alerts, and with the flick of a switch, lock doors almost anywhere.
What we like about these things is if down the road, these cameras, if somebody's carrying a weapon or something like that, that can give you an alert before they even get into the school.
If by now you're thinking it all seems a little over the top, consider there was a shooting at this school in Grace's district in 2013, leaving 2 dead. And another at this one just last month, killing 1, injuring 8. And in the district right next door, Columbine, where 20 years ago, 13 students were shot and killed.
One of the shooters ran down the hallway and he actually pointed a gun, a sawed-off shotgun in my direction and was shooting.
On that day in '99, Lauren Reese was a student at Columbine. Then, just 15 years old, she was between classes and on the phone with her mom when the shooting began.
And I said, "Mommy, someone brought a gun to school." And all she said was, "Go, run." And she's like, "I love you, bye."
Now with 2 kids of her own, she underlines this country has little choice but to strengthen its schools.
And gun laws aren't changing, and regardless if there's a law in place or not, if someone wants to get a gun, they're going to get a gun, whether it's legally or not. In a sense, you know, this is the world we live in now, but we have to protect our kids.
Still, critics say a lot of the gadgetry is driven by the security industry itself, pushing fear to make a buck. But many others counter, in today's America, fact is, you gotta do something.
What about this?
And so, at another school in Guy Grace's district, where teachers' desks come equipped with hidden alarm buttons, a group of young students are on a safety refresher course.
Even if you know who they are, we don't let anybody in the building, okay?
A key part of everything, ensuring classrooms don't feel like prisons.
Next person that doesn't lock the door, go ahead.
Later, in a nearby hallway, simple drills promote muscle memory.
Push that door and lock it. Okay. Unlock it. Good job.
And for those times when a shooter threatens, rare as that might be, they emphasize,
Lockdown. Lockdown.
they learn to run and to hide wherever, however, behind anything, and quickly to stay alive. Remember, these are all elementary students.
But we're giving them something that, you know, it's maybe simple as heck or whatever, but it's giving them some confidence to make sure that they're not living in a fear.
That was not my plan.
Back in Oklahoma, where when they're not in use, those shelters double as quiet spaces for study, resignation mixes with resolve.
I hate the fact that our society is at that point, but that's where we're at. So when you're faced with a problem, I think it's our job as parents, administrators, and humans to deal with that problem. You don't want to be that school that wasn't prepared. I think we need to be that school that is moving forward in preparation to help protect our kids.
A sobering response to a challenge, say all, that now demands it. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Hilton, Oklahoma.